This is your IELTS speaking test in your Sunday evening class. I'm Andrew and I'll be your examiner for today. Can you please tell me your full name?
My name is Nguyễn.
Thank you very much. What we will do for part one is I'll ask you a few questions about yourself, work and study. Alright, so what I want you to answer is do you work or are you a student?
I'm a student.
Do you have any future plans?
My plan for my future is I will go to university in some English-speaking countries. So to fulfill my ambitions, I need to learn IELTS and English so I can get that IELTS and have some scholarship. So it will make it will help me achieve my dream.
Fantastic, thank you very much. How long have you been learning English?
I have studied English since I was only 4 years old because my dad and my mom both work in English remaining work, so they soon aware of the importance of the English speaking English skills.
Very good, thank you. Do you think English will help you in your future career?
Yeah, of course. Many people said that English is just a tool to improve your another skill, like mathematics or literature or maybe chemistry and stuff like that. But I think English will make your future brighter, and it will find you many opportunities to have good careers.
Very good, well done, thank you. What skill would you like to improve most in English?
Now I just want to concentrate on writing skills because personal speaking, I think writing is very hard and I'm not really handle it. So yeah, I need to improve my writing skills.
Very good. My next question is, do you live how is your neighborhood?
My neighborhood is really enjoyable because the neighbor is really have a really good relationship with each other. They really get along. My dad have many friends. They drink beers together at the weekend, and I think it reflects our strong bonds. And I really love my neighborhood because I have many friends, and it's just really enjoyable.
Fantastic, thank you. What we're going to do now is we're going to go on to part two. So for part two, you'll have about 3 to 4 minutes to discuss this next topic.
Okay.
So here's your topic. Your topic. I want you to describe a book that you have enjoyed reading because you had to think a lot. You should say what this book was, why you decided to read it, what reading this book made you think about, and explain why you enjoyed this book. Thank you very much. You may begin your meeting.
Life of Einstein is my favorite book because it contains a lot of specific information and it improves my knowledge too. I read it when I'm only in grade 6 because my parents want me to improve my English and physics knowledge. They think that it will help me have a brighter future and it will have a lot of opportunity for a good career in my life. I think the book is really hard to understand because there's many specific words about physics and some laws and even some really hard work about Einstein life. Personally speaking, I think the book is really interesting because it's talk very detailed. It includes many details information in his life. And beside that, I really idolize Einstein because his influence in my life and he has a really big impact on my way of life. I just want to have influence in other people just like him. And more than that, the books is the hardest one that I have ever read until now. And sometimes I read it again and again just to improve my reading skills. And until now I have read it about 5 times, and each time I read it, it's always bring me the same emotions. And it made me really enjoy the books.
Right, fantastic. Thank you very much. What we're going to do now is we're going to continue past that. Okay. So for this next section, we're going to follow through with some relevant questions that are related to part 2. Okay, you've talked about your favorite book in the past section. We're going to discuss general questions. Right. So, what are the most popular types of children's books in your country?
I think it is comedies, mangas, or comedy script. It's really kind of a really short story, but really funny too. Because all of my friends and myself too, I really enjoy reading it when I was a kid, but grade 1 to 5. I think all the children in Vietnam love that kind of books because it suits every age to read it.
Very good. What are the benefits of parents reading books to their children?
I think that it will strengthen the bonds between parents and children, which nowadays is really hard, especially for teenagers. If you read books to your children when they are a kid, you will have a big influence in their life, and it will help you get along with the children too.
Fantastic. Should parents always let children choose the books they read?
Not really, because now people can just go out and buy books so easily. Parents can really control about what their kid is reading. Maybe it will contain some ridiculous or bad stuff in that. I think parents should let children more freedom. The books is just things that influence your kid's life, so it should be controlled.
Fantastic, thank you. We're going to discuss electronic books now, e-books. How popular are e-books in your country?
In my country, e-books or e-things, many things that just got electronified. It's really, it's not that popular, especially in the elderly life. Me, myself, I have an e-book and I really enjoy it. It has so many benefits that I probably don't want to read no anymore.
Fantastic. What are the advantages of parents reading electronic books compared to printed books?
Parents who read electronic books often is the one who really young and have open mind. Because in Vietnam, most parents don't really open their mind to new stuff because it's just a cultural thing. And if parents they read electronic books, they can expose to some really young content, and they will be more open and they will closer to the children.
Fantastic, thank you. Will e-books ever completely replace printed books in the future?
Yeah, not really, because many books from the past where there's some laws that forbid people to write some kind of thing in the books. Many people have write some code and some ink in the book that normal people can read it. We need to have some light or some stuff to read the content in the books. So
Alright.
if they just come to the ebooks, you can really read them.
Fantastic, thank you very much. That is the end of our speaking test. Well done. Let's go back to class and we can continue with our